Intruder alert! Intruder alert! British Ninja is in the base!
British Ninja is in the base?
Protect the secret project!
We need to protect the secret project!
Yo, little help over here?
Stand back, sweetie.
Come on, what's the holdup?
I don't know! He constantly switches between Rarity and Celestia!
Incoming!
Ow. Oh, hey, nope, it's gone.
You are all such disappointments.
Cheers, love. Oh wait, wrong game. Well, that was rude.
It's funny because he's British.
God, I hate dead ringers.
What are you doing in here? How did you get in here?
Let's just say I'm a master of disguise.
You all look atrocious. Well, par for the course. Carry on.
Worst military ever.
Alright, why are you trying to steal the secret project?
Oh, so this is important?
Oh, crap baskets.
Oh, you say that too?
Right. Anywho, if you want your briefcase back, you're going to have to give me what I want.
And what's that?
A collab, darn it, you're a full 2 seasons behind.
I'm trying, alright? Do you know how hard it is to run 2 channels, manage several projects, go to college, and run a military base?
Well, you're doing 2 of those things properly. The last one, you're just yelling at everyone and going to bed weeping in the fetal position.
If I give you the collab, will you stop revealing my deepest, darkest secrets?
Tempting.
Alright, I guess we're going in order. Not that I ever do. I guess we're doing Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
So, this opens up with the CMC trying to find their cutie marks after several activities. Let's see what they've tried to do here. Librarians, bowlers, mountain climbers, scuba divers. Hang on, haven't they already done all this stuff?
Yeah, they're referencing every single thing they've done throughout the entire show. These are all callbacks to previous episodes.
You think they might be foreshadowing something important?
Doubt it. We got a musical number to get through, not 20 seconds in. Oh, I truly hope this will be a more memorable and special one like Winter Wrap-Up.
It gets a reprise. A rather good reprise.
Sing it for me. Right now.
Light of your cutie...
Exactly. I don't mind a large amount of songs, I just care if, they're good and memorable. Like a Disney song. But here, it's... neither. Then Token British comes in, besides this one, and he's running for class president.
And he's the greatest character in this whole episode. The dramatic way he enters the room, the sheer emotion in his voice as he pleads his case. Truly, this is a leader we should all get behind. And they do. The CMC are moved so much that they join him on his quest to make the playground great again.
No political jokes. I'm not going to turn the comment section to a Tumblr message board. We're better than this.
Oh no, I'm going all the way. We are going to have a huge slide. It's going to be the best. I know excellent slide makers. I know alicorns. We can get the alicorns. It's going to be terrific. We will build a slide and the tiaras are going to pay for it. Because the tiaras are crooked. They're fake news. Literally, just look at the full free press. They're fake news, folks.
How are you doing that so quickly? The dead ringer needs to recharge, doesn't it?
You kidding me? This is a military base. There are ammo crates everywhere.
Curses wasted by my own petard. They stick Pip on a box that, regretfully, does not have soap on it. He puts forth his plan to fix the playground when Little Miss Unredeemable shows up announcing her plans to become president.
A vote for Pip is a vote for the playground. A vote for Diamond Tiara is a vote for more Diamond Tiara.
This is strange. We know that Diamond Tiara isn't very nice, but she's not this transparent about her ego-driven objectives. Usually. You could argue that Silver Spoon blurting out her plans made her fumble here, but we don't really know.
So Diamond Tiara decides to blackmail everyone into voting for her, all the while citing the weakness of her opposing candidate. I'm I have a bazooka.
But
since we're already this deep, we should probably mention this now. There are implications here, no doubt, but the comparisons to recent events are really a stretch.
That's the thing about analysis, and really, media in general. When you boil it all down, analysis is just presenting your own opinion while trying to sound as right as possible. But the cold hard truth about media is that it's based off preferred and oppositional readings. Basically the writer's intent versus the audience's perspective. While I joke and kid about the potential political parallels between this situation and the current political climate, I honestly believe that the writers intended no such message. Just the writers allowing the CMC, aka the FOT Patrol, to put Diamond Tiara in a position where the whole class unanimously votes against her. Speaking of...
Yeah, DT digs her own grave and blurts out some harsh words to Silver Spoon, and Sweetie Belle capitalizes on it like a pro. I will run this into the ground. Future supervillain! So the votes are counted, and it turns out Diamond Tiara only got 1 vote. Even Silver Spoon voted against her. Why?
Because I tried to help by mentioning your surprise statue, and suddenly I wasn't even allowed to speak. You could have actually won this election if you just listened to me. You want to know how? Sorry, I'm not allowed to speak.
Is Vera medic on this base?
Yeah, why?
I think we're dealing with a burn victim.
Then the CMC decide to take pity on Diamond Tiara, their reasoning being that you shouldn't treat someone horribly just because they treated you horribly. That's a good message. Then we see the apparent source of Diamond Tiara's cruelty. Her mother, Spoiled Rich.
I'm just glad they didn't villainize Filthy Rich here as an abusive father. Throughout the show, he's been shown to be quite agreeable and compromising, not the stereotypical rich villain who wants to build a parking lot.
Oh no, that was the movie. This is the reason behind Diamond Tiara's behavior. It is strange to suddenly introduce Spoiled Rich so late in the game, but you could argue that it matches the fact that no one has ever cared to look at Diamond Tiara's personal life. No one, in the show nor the fans watching, really ever cared to look at her. Everyone reduced her to just a bully, and therefore an enemy deserving of whatever comes her way, and no pity. And while these types of people likely deserve consequence, it's important to know the concept behind why they act in such a way. It's almost never simple black and white.
Like Spoiled Rich? For instance, notice the way she glances in panic at the sight of Fancy Pants, waving accordingly, trying to impress. I personally believe that Spoiled Rich as a character envies the life of high society and status of the Canterlot unicorns. Something that she will never have being an Earth Pony from Ponyville.
Then we get to Diamond Tiara's musical number, and it is difficult to feel pity for her. I mean, considering all she's done throughout the entire show, bullying, hurting, making fun of the handicapped, suddenly we're supposed to feel for her because they only felt like introducing her tragic backstory now?
Well, I don't think we're meant to forgive her. It reminds me of a particular Avatar episode known as the Southern Raiders. Katara doesn't take revenge on the man who killed her mother. In actuality, after viewing what a pathetic existence the killer actually had, she feels pity.
There's just nothing inside you. Nothing at all. You're pathetic and sad and empty.
Please spare me.
But she definitely does not forgive him. Like here, the CMC haven't exactly forgiven Diamond Tiara, but even they still know what needs to be done.
Indeed. The CMC show her the clubhouse, and Diamond Tiara actually lets her tsundere guard down a bit. Sort of.
Yeah, because I have my cutie mark, and I'm not struggling at all to figure out who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing with this mark that's already on my flank.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Turns out the British pony wasn't able to make the playground repairs happen.
This, from a personal point of view, hit home pretty hard. Currently, I'm form representative of my form group and carry similar responsibilities, and yes, I can confirm that nothing gets done. You are a figurehead, just a title to make the other students feel like they're being listened to. I relate to Pip so much.
Gee, I wonder why.
You are so superfluous. Diamond Tiara decides that this is her chance to get her status and power back. She wants to return things to the status quo and believes that this will solve all of her problems, and like any rational person would, she sings a song about it.
Now this song is, IMO, half good, half bad. I mean, it's certainly intense. This is Diamond Tiara's Crossroads of Destiny. The lyrics are actually pretty hardcore at this point.
You don't even know me at all. Don't
Well, I think that you're half wrong, with the other half also being wrong.
That doesn't even make sense.
Who cares? The song is awesome. Thematically, it serves as Diamond Tiara's moral dilemma. She has the choice here. The FOT Patrol and Pipsqueak are at her mercy, and would cost her giving up the role in power that she believes will bring her happiness as well as recognition from her mother. She has a name to live up to, the Diamond Standard, a burden that deep down she knows is wrong but is battling to confront that which placed such a burden in the first place, her mother. Is it cheesy? Yeah. Is it awesome? Heck yeah! Finally, it serves as a sweet transition to the final act. With all the dramatic potency and emotional turmoil, it's just a really cool song.
Any defenses for the goofy moonwalking and strange lyrics that frequently pop up and take you out of the drama?
Well, with the topic of guiding a young girl away from an abusive parent, I think that the goofiness of some of the shots remind us that this is still an upbeat show featuring magical horses. I know that people often consider that a gripe, but I'm glad that the show isn't completely one-sided in its presentation.
Well, I agree with that, but the transitions don't feel seamless. They feel kind of out of place. You gotta do it right, otherwise you get the gargoyles from Hunchback.
All right. Pour the wine and cut the cheese.
Anyways, Diamond Tiara shows up at the school and apparently Spoiled Rich got there first and had a meeting? What, is she the reverse Flash now? That would actually be really cool. And Diamond Tiara finally works up the courage to say no to her mother and... I'm sorry, I love Spoiled Rich's design. She has a literal upturned nose built into her face. I want to see her break out to "You're a mean run, Mr. Grinch."
You've spent your life acting like a high horse.
Really now? Those jokes are just belittling. You should really be the bigger pony here.
Stop! He's already dead!
So, Spoiled Rich oddly listens to her daughter. Really, a lifetime of abuse and oppression undone by one sentence. That's not how it works! I mean, I know Diamond Tiara's special talent is leadership / getting ponies to do what she wants, but this is really hard to believe, and I'm really sick of this show doing that!
True, yet past experiences show just how effective ponies can be when they actually understand what their mark means and how to use them in a beneficial way, just like troubleshoes. Consider that ever since she got her cutie mark in the first CMC episode, she's been using it wrong, and thus lost more and more of her followers up until now. Now that she has an understanding of what to do, she's able to get the whole playground to rally behind her. Shocking.
Then we have a reprise of Pony I Wanna Be. Completely forgot that existed. Then the Crusaders decide they want to help others get their cutie marks.
Yeah! What happened? What's going on? It's your cutie marks. They're amazing!
It's about time.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
I have opinions on this. No shit! Alright, I am not adverse to the CMC getting their marks. They gotta get them at some point. The method is what counts. And here, I'm honestly conflicted, because this change affects each member of the CMC differently. Let's take a look at Apple Bloom. Up until now, she has shown she's willing to take charge and go for things, almost on impulse. Her entire goal was to get a cutie mark, and now she has it. One chapter is closed, and another is opened. There are arguments as to whether this kind of event was built up for her in light of things like the Showstoppers and Twilight Time, where she showcased talents in several areas other than this. Sweetie Belle? Hey, I think it totally works for her. She does want to stand out apart from her sister, and this is the perfect way for her to do so. She's always tied her identity to the CMC, serving as its mediator. So, her getting a cutie mark that says it's her destiny to do this? I can totally get behind that. Scootaloo. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. She got Geassed. Scootaloo has been built up to this point to be almost exactly like Rainbow Dash. Well, almost. She has a struggle of physical disability. Scootaloo wants to better herself. She wants respect. Now, I might have missed it somewhere, but I see no indication for Scootaloo's character that this was supposed to be her destiny. Now, while this sort of thing does happen in real life, when we see it here, it feels a little jarring. So yes, Apple Bloom, debatable. Sweetie Belle, totally fine. Scootaloo.
To be fair, it would be incredibly difficult to find a talent or mark that suited all three of them flawlessly. It's also important to keep in mind that the show needed some way of getting around this issue while still keeping this trio, well, a trio. The CMC are a package deal marketing-wise, there was no way they could split them up over something like a cutie mark. While it sucks not seeing any incorporation of their previously shown talents, such as singing or scooter riding, I can accept that as a way for the show to keep these three together while still using them as a vessel to explore themes of growing up and discovering who you are.
And I think the crux of the issue is, we don't know what cutie marks are. We don't know where they come from. We don't know how they come. We don't know if there could be certain categories. That might explain it, but we don't know until the show explicitly tells us, because a lot of it now seems very random. Darn these friggin' cutie marks! They have been nothing but a constant source of irritation and confusion for the analyst community since day one. Gotta be honest, we really don't like talking about them.
It's a shame too, because half of these people missed what the episode was truly meant to be. A celebration! This is the story of three little girls getting over the one obstacle that they were all facing since they met. Not their marks, but Diamond Tiara. This girl was the center of all of the CMC's setbacks, including the main reason why they wanted their cutie mark so badly. They became friends because they were all ridiculed by Diamond Tiara. They started as the outcasts, but throughout the seasons, as you watch the CMC grow in maturity, you also see Diamond Tiara shrink in maturity, even going as far as to mock the disabled. Then defeating Diamond Tiara, reducing her to alienate even her best lackey Silver Spoon. Only in loneliness did she realize that her perceptions on the CMC were wrong this entire time. They didn't win by getting their marks because they were never that important to begin with. They won in the best way possible. They broke that final hurdle, only gaining their goal when they realized that there are more important things in life than their butt stickers. The ending song calls back to just how far they've come, encompassing all of the CMC's best moments, accomplishments, and everything else that makes them fantastic, even how they affected the very people they themselves look up to and strive to be.
And nothing really happens after that. That was Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Could it have been better? Yes. Closure on Diamond Tiara, getting the cutie marks, the marks themselves. There are probably a few dozen better ways to handle them. But it's kinda hard to be mad at this episode. The pacing may be off, but the emotions are completely real.
All 12 of my subscribers who watch my content know that I'm a cynical, narcissistic, petty, and highly critical stick in the mud. When I watch this episode, I see the many flaws that my colleagues have pointed out, and I understand their reasoning, but I can't stop smiling. Maybe I'm a softie, maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia, but I agree. I can't bring myself to hate an episode that makes me so happy. It covered the long-awaited fleshing out of Diamond Tiara, featured beautifully sung music by three amazing actresses, and went as far as to wrap up the longest and most likely developed story arc of the entire show, all while encompassing why we love these characters and stuck around with them, watching them grow up. And if my biggest complaint is that too many good things are happening at once, then yeah, I can't say I have much to dislike about such a charming episode.
Can I have my project back now?
I don't have it.
Vivid? What? Wait, what the?
He gave me a new plushie.
But if that's you, then who? Oh, son of a bitch.
Now, which convention should I showcase this at? Ooh, what about BronyCon 2017? Ooh, a crumpet.